Good morning, good morning. My name is Elizabeth and I'm here on behalf of DermaSwiss. I'm the Director of Education and Training. And today we are going to talk about the Epifactor, which is one of our wonderful products, is I would say our best seller. And it's a very useful product, professional and with the use at home, with the follow-up at home. So today we are going to learn about the ingredients of the Epifactor and how we can use it. Okay, so in the first place, I want to talk a little bit about our company for the ones of you that doesn't know about DermaSwiss. DermaSwiss is an exclusive skincare brand with more than 26 years in the industry. We have ingredients of the highest quality. We have botanical ingredients, marine ingredients, and biological ingredients as the collagen fibers that we have. And the majority of our products are made in Europe, in Switzerland. We have other ones that are made in Germany and other ones that are made in France. We have products for all skin types and conditions, and our line is very compact. What that means? That means that we do not have an extensive amount of products, and that our line is very easy to learn, is very easy to understand, and our products are very versatile. That means that you can use one of the products in different skin types or conditions depending on the ingredients, okay? We are pathogens-free, we do not make tests in animals, and another very good thing is that we have passion for education. So we are always teaching webinars and seminars because we want our clients to really know how to use the products, to really have quality in their treatments, and that you can have, you know, the money of your investment in the products of DermaSwiss. So you can have a good return of investment when you work with us. We have several advantages and benefits when you use DermaSwiss. And one of them is that we have a complete line of chemical peels. We have the mandelic acid, we have the lactic acid, glycolic acid 30%, glycolic acid 40%, and salicylic acid. And you can use these chemical peels directly in the skin, or if you do not have that expertise using chemical peels, what you can do is you can mix our derma scrub, which is this one. This is the only scrub that we have in the line. It's wonderful. It is wonderful. And you can mix the derma scrub with drops of the chemical peel. So in that way, you can have the benefit of the chemical peel without the risk of burning or frosting the skin. So that's a very good way if you are not that skilled using chemical peels, okay? Another benefit is that you are going to have a representative, which is a person that's going to be contacting you all the way through emails, through messages, through WhatsApp as well, through calls. And that is the person that you can place your order with as well. You can place your orders in our website. And our representative is going to be giving you information about products, about new protocols. I have a very good suggestion for the people that start working with our products. And that suggestion is that you start always knowing our master protocols, follow our master protocols. We have one for each skin type, for each condition. We have the protocol for rosacea, for sensitive skin, for acne, for wrinkles, for mature skin, for dry skin, for hyperpigmentation, for dermaplaning, for microneedles. So when you follow this complete protocol, you are going to have the benefits and you are going to have the results that we guarantee to you. But you need to follow the whole protocol with all the products that you have in the protocol. So in that way, it's going to be very easy for you to have a menu for your spa, because you don't have to break your brains in order to have names and all the different protocols that you need for the menu of your spa. You have them already with our master protocols, okay? So talking about social media, we are in Facebook, we are in Instagram, we have videos with presentation of the line as well in YouTube, and the account that you can follow for us is going to be DermaSwiss_Pro. DermaSwiss_Pro. That's our professional account, as well as DermaSwiss Institute. Yes, because we have institute for the people that wants to have their skincare specialist license for the Florida state. So if you know somebody that wants to have the studies to get that license, you can refer them to us. You can refer those people to us. Okay, so remember to follow us in DermaSwiss_pro and as well in DermaSwiss Institute. We have another account for the retail clients, which is DermaSwiss. Only DermaSwiss, that word is going to be for the retail clients. Okay, so let's start talking about the Epifactor. Epifactor, I have it here. I'm going to show it to you. Okay, Epifactor. This is a product that you cannot miss in your back bar, and as well is wonderful. It's very important that you have this product to sell to your client. I mean, you can have a little place in your wall where you have the products that you sell and you recommend to your clients, and you need to have there the Epifactor. Why is that? Because the Epifactor is the product that is going to protect you and your client when you have any trouble in any protocol. Let's say that you applied a chemical peel and the skin was too sensitive, or you apply more time that you should, or you made a microneedles and it was too strong, or you made a microdermabrasion and it was too strong. You know, any trouble you could have with any client, the Epifactor is the product that is going to protect you from hyperpigmentation. It's going to protect your client from the post-inflammation hyperpigmentation. Remember, every time there is an aggression in the skin, every time there is an injury in the skin, there is going to be an inflammation, even if you don't see it, even if it is not a visible inflammation. But inside of the skin, there is going to be an inflammation. And to answer that, the answer of the immune system is going to be the production of melanin, okay? And then is when you have the hyperpigmentation. So you are going to prevent that with the use of the Epifactor, morning, afternoon, and night. I would say for one complete month. Even something is happening lately, and I'm having you know, cases of clients and non-clients, estheticians that I know that are having trouble with fibroblast. Okay, they are having this hyperpigmentation after the fibroblast treatment. And remember, the fibroblast, you have to be very careful because you cannot do that treatment in Fitzpatrick 5, in Fitzpatrick 6, and you have to be really careful with 3 and 4. So, you know, we in DermaSwiss, we always recommend Epifactor after this kind of treatments. We finish the treatment applying the Epifactor, and as well, the client is going to go home with 1 bottle of the Epifactor to use it every day until they finish the bottle. And that's going to be a huge difference in your aggressive treatments, you know, like chemical peels, microdermabrasion, laser, IPL, after waxing. Okay, so the Epifactor is a very rich restorative formula and has a very powerful healing. It is very powerful with healing and regenerating properties for the skin. The Epifactor is going to act as a epidermal growth factor. So it's going to help the tissue to regrow, is going to help the tissue to form again in the skin. It's going to allow and it's going to help the skin to re-epithelize when you have damaged that, you know, because of any treatment. It's ideal for home and for professional use after microdermabrasion, chemical peels, micropen, waxing, or laser. Okay, Epifactor is going to be good as well for small wounds or small burns that you usually get at home. Wonderful after sunburns and as an anti-aging, but we are going to talk about all of these points now. Okay, so key ingredients of the Epifactor. Let's talk about what it is inside of this bottle that make this bottle so miracle, okay, with the Epifactor. So in the first place, we have the aloe vera. We all know how extraordinary it is, that plant, how extraordinary it is, the aloe vera. It's very antimicrobial, is healing, anti-irritant, and has a soothing action for the skin. As well, we have in this product the Bioplasma FA. The Bioplasma FA is an ingredient made of different actives, and it is made in our laboratory in Europe. And we have there plankton extract, and arginine ferulate. The arginine ferulate is made with amino acids and have as well ferulic acid, and that's why this product is so good. So the Bioplasma FA is going to provide optimal cellular detoxification. It's going to help get out of the skin. It's going to help clean the skin from toxins that have been accumulated there in the skin. It's going to improve the cellular metabolism by increasing the cellular ATP. Okay, the ATP is the molecule that is going to be the energy. It's going to give the energy to the cells. So imagine, for example, if you are in your house and you awake in the morning and you don't have energy to wake up, and you don't have energy to work in your house, to do all the chores in your house, and you don't clean your house, and you don't wash the clothing, and you don't wash the plates, and you do anything, so what's going to happen? The house is going to be terrible, right? The house is going to fall off. So that happens in our skin. When our cells don't have the energy, we start aging because the cells are not doing the proper job, the proper work. They are not detoxifying the skin, they are not cleansing, they are not repairing all the things they have to repair. They are not working how they used to work when we were young, right? So that's why when we apply the Epifactor, we give more energy, we give more regenerating power. So we are going to, in some way, we are going to age less. We are going to prevent those signs of aging, like the wrinkles and the damages in the cells, the damages in the proteins of our cells. So that's why it's very regenerating and it's very anti-aging, this product. Is going to prevent the formation of wrinkles, the premature aging, and has regenerative effect by increasing as well the degradation of damaged proteins. When we have the proteins in our skin and they are damaged, the skin has two ways to deal with that. One of those ways is to degrading the proteins, like getting out those damaged proteins, and the other one is repairing those proteins. But when we are aging, when the years go passing by, what happens is our body does nothing with those proteins. So those damaged proteins are just there in our skin and are, making our skin look more aged. So that's why when we apply this product and we can help with that, is the way that we are going to prevent more the aging. And as well, the Epifactor, we do not catalog the Epifactor as a moisturizing product, but in the Epifactor, we have the hyaluronic acid, so it's going to boost the water retention of the skin. So yes, we have the Isle Oligo, which is hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid. And this is a hyaluronic acid molecule that is very little, okay? So it's going to penetrate deeper in the skin and is going to increase the epithelial hydration levels twice as much as the normal hyaluronic acid. So imagine how good. We are going to have water, we are going to have hydration in the skin. So the skin is going to metabolize, the skin is going to work and do what it needs to be done. As well, we have the urea, which maintains the hydration of the skin, is very hydrating, active as well. We have the castor oil. The castor oil has an antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and antioxidant action. And we have a little bit of glycolic acid, which is going to act to promote the penetration of other ingredients. So Epifactor, this is a product that we are going to see all that we can do now, professional and at home. So let's start with the uses of Epifactor at home. So we are going to recommend Epifactor as a moisturizer for acne when there is dehydration in the skin. Have you seen, for example, these clients that we have with acne and they come to us and they are desquamating and they have that skin really dry and they have the skin really red? It's because they are using so much over-the-counter product to try to dry their skin, to try to dry the oil of their skin because they are desperate And what happens is they dry too much the skin, and they as well dehydrate the skin because they are damaging the barrier function of the skin. So when you see that skin, that client with really red skin and inflammation and acne, is because there is dehydration there. So for that client, you are going to recommend the Epifactor for day use as a moisturizer under the sun protection, and you are going to see wonders, you know, wonderful changes in that skin. As well, we can recommend Epifactor for rosacea or sensitive skin. You see that rosacea when there is as well a lot of hydration, you know, redness in the skin, and you can see the skin is like a kind of desquamating, and there is so much tisular damage that they have the skin like burning, itching. Okay, for those clients, you can recommend Epifactor as well. We are going to recommend the Epifactor for intimate areas to avoid hyperpigmentation. You know, hyperpigmentation in intimate areas could be caused by different aspects. Sometimes it could be genetic, hereditary, depending on your Fitzpatrick, but other times it's going to be due to the friction, you know, friction of your legs, friction of your arms, when there are people that has a little bit more of weight that they should, so it's going to be easy, the friction, and that friction is going to generate the hyperpigmentation, and that could happen as well between the legs. Or there are other people that sweat too much, and when you sweat and you don't clean the area as well, it's going to generate hyperpigmentation. So for those clients, it's going to be wonderful to hydrate that skin with the Epifactor and to treat that skin in the nights with the Epifactor to prevent that amount of hyperpigmentation. For chemical peel burns, if you apply a chemical peel, the skin was too sensitive, or the client, or you know, you pass the time of the chemical peel, anything could happen, and you got this burn, you are going to, it's very important that your client go home with the Epifactor. Remember to apply morning, afternoon, and night. And what you're going to see is the first days, the skin is going to be very red, and the skin is going to be, you know, like with the burn, but give time, and little by little, you are going to see the improvement. In 2 and 3 days, you're going to see the improvement. Even in the first night, in 24 hours, you are going to see the improvement, but you have to give time for the Epifactor to act, and for the Epifactor keep regenerating and repairing that skin. As well, you are going to recommend it for injuries due to excess of microdermabrasion or microneedles. As well, client has to go home with the Epifactor. As well, to avoid skin irritation after shaving in men or women. That's really, really very good. We have several men that use the Epifactor after shaving, and we sell it a lot for that. As well, in women, when after shaving our legs, intimate areas, underarms, and we can apply the Epifactor after that to avoid hyperpigmentation and to avoid the irritation that we get sometimes in those areas. For sunburns, we are in the summer, you know, a lot of people, we are going to the beach. So every time I come back from the beach, even with my daughter, which is 10 years old, or for me, I am going to, you know, apply Epifactor all over, because the Epifactor is going to in some way reverse that sun damage that we got in the skin, and as well is going to prevent, you know, any other damage in the skin. So like for 2 or 3 days, I'm going to be applying the Epifactor to our bodies. And you would say, well, but 1 ounce of Epifactor is too little, like to apply for your body. Well, now we have a promotion for today. I'm going to tell you that at the end of the webinar, okay? So for small cuts or burns to the skin, I got a huge burn in one of my hands, in one of my arms. I was cooking, and I have had this twice in my life. So I got one like 15 years ago, and I have here some hyperpigmentation because of that burn. But like I could say like 6 years ago, I got the other one in the other arm, and I applied the Epifactor after the next day. I started applying the Epifactor, and it was unbelievable. I have no hyperpigmentation, no scar, and it was a huge burn because as I told you, I was cooking and I got this amount of hot oil in my right arm. So I am a fan of the Epifactor. I really love the product. And we have, you can ask to any of our clients that have been using our line for much time, for many time, and they are going to tell you about the 911. That's the other name we have for the Epifactor, the 911, because it's for emergencies, for when I really have troubles, and as well for all the time. You can apply it in the day, you can apply it in the night, every single day, every single night. You could treat yourself, treat your skin with the Epifactor. And as well, you are going to apply for friction injuries. When you have, for example, your children fell and they have this big scab in their legs, or this big friction injury. We are going to see some pictures ahead, and you can use it for that as well. So look at here. This is acne with dehydration. This is a papulopustular acne. And imagine when we do a treatment in this client and we extract all of these pustules, this skin is going to be, with tisular damage, is going to be with inflammation. This skin, you can see, has dehydration because you can see the redness in the skin. So the Epifactor after that treatment and for home is going to be a wonderful product, okay? For rosacea and sensitive skin as well, when there is tisular damage, this rosacea is really severe rosacea, you can as well recommend the Epifactor. For friction injuries, abrasions, look at this, where you fell, your kids fell. So you are going to apply the Epifactor instantly the next day. The next day you are going to start applying the Epifactor after the injury. And you are going to see like no hyperpigmentation and the minimum scar possible, okay? Here for sunburns, is immediately after you got home, after the sunburn, you are going to start applying the Epifactor. And even if it's past 3, 4, 5 days, and that's when you could apply the Epifactor, start applying it as well. You should think as the sunburns as a scar for the skin. Those are skin scars. And you are going to be seeing that damage later on, 5 years later, 10 years later, you are going to see that damage in your skin, in hyperpigmentation, in premature wrinkles or aging of the skin, because that damage is irreversible. So that's why I'm telling you, you have to act fast, and immediately after you get home, you apply the Epifactor, and in that way you should recommend it as well to your clients to prevent more damages in this skin. Look at this, really bad burns in this as well. You are going to apply the Epifactor as well. Here you can see for sunburns really bad, okay, you are going to apply the Epifactor. When you apply the Epifactor after sunburns, you are going to feel that the skin is going to be a little tightening. When the Epifactor dries all over the skin, you are going to feel it a little tightening. So if you need a little bit more of hydration, moisturizer, you can apply on top or the Hydra-Q10 or the Ceramide MPX. Now, do not forget to apply the Epifactor under, because the Epifactor is going to give, is like giving what the skin needs to repair, okay? But if you need more moisturizer, then on top you can apply the Hydra-Q10 or the Ceramide MPX. For this skin, to avoid skin irritation after shaving, men get these little bumps all over the area where they shaved, as women as well, in the intimate areas, we get these really bad irritations. So in order to calm that skin, soothe that skin, you can apply the Epifactor. And for skin with sun damage, this is skin that's being exposed excessively to the sun for many, many, many years. So as well, in order to, in some way, try to reverse that damage and try to prevent more damage, you can apply the Epifactor day and night. As well, you could combine the Epifactor with the DermaSwiss. You could apply the Epifactor in the day and the DermaSwiss in the night, or you could apply the DermaSwiss, which is a serum, in the nights in the skin, and on top of the DermaSwiss, you could apply the Epifactor. There are many ways that you can use the Epifactor, with other products. And why I say the DermaSwiss, because when you have sunburn, when you have sun damage, you are going to need a lot of vitamin C, and our DermaSwiss is another very special product that I am going to be talking to you in another webinar, okay? So here we go with the professional use of the Epifactor. You can use it in our master protocol for acne. You are going to work with the Epifactor as a moisturizer, and you are going to apply as well the Epifactor under the mask that we apply for the acne. For rosacea or sensitive skin master protocol as well, we use the Epifactor. After chemical peels, dermapen, fibroblasts, you are going to apply the Epifactor under the mask. For injuries due to excess of microdermabrasion of microneedles, you are going to apply the Epifactor in, you know, when you finish the treatment and you had the trouble, or no, you can apply the Epifactor. After waxing, you know, for mustache, hair removal, or for the eyebrows, you can end applying the Epifactor, or after laser, after IPL. And as well, we are going to use the Epifactor as a mask for basic facials. Let's say that person, you are charging $55, $60 for a facial because you are doing some exception with that person, or because, you know, X, Y, Z, you can use the Epifactor as a basic mask. Remember, if you are charging more than $70, then you should go with any of our other masks, which are the hydroplastic mask or the collagen fibers. The hydroplastic mask, remember, you can always divide it into the powder. Is going to be, you're going to be able to cover less area, but you are going to be working with a really good mask, okay? But if you are doing something really non-expensive, then you can go and use the Epifactor to do that. And how are you going to do that? Okay, so you are going to get a pre-cut gauze. Give me 1 second here, girls. So you are going to work with this. This is a pre-cut gauze. You can see it has the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the little holes for those. Okay, so you are going to get the pre-cut gauze, and you are going to spray a little bit of dermatonic on the pre-cut gauze. You don't have to saturate it with the dermatonic. You are not going to apply that much. It's just like 2 or 3 sprays in order for the gauze to be a little, you know, with a little of the dermatonic, and then you are going to place the gauze on top of the face of the client. You are going to place the gauze, and with a brush, you are going to apply the Epifactor on top of the mask, of the pre-cut gauze mask, okay? On top, you are going to apply the Epifactor, and then you are going to let it to act for 15 minutes, you know, as a mask. Is going to be decongestive, is going to be calming action, is going to have calming action, soothing action for the skin, and as well, you are nourishing the skin, okay? So remember to let it to act for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, you only remove your gauze, your mask, and you apply some protection, and that's it. That's going to be the end of your facial. And that's going to be for oily skin, for combination skin. Now, if you have a dry skin, mature skin, skin lacking oil, what you are going to do is you are going to do a mixture of the Epifactor with the hydrocutane, okay? Mixture of the Epifactor with the hydrocutane. And you are going to as well apply that to the skin. And then on top of that, you are going to get your pre-cut gauze with dermatonic, use some sprays of the dermatonic, and you are going to place the gauze on top of that mixture that you have applied to the skin, and you're going to let it act for 15 minutes. And you know, I have a lot of questions that people were asking me, is why I have to use the gauze, okay? Why is necessary the gauze with just some sprays of the dermatonic? And in this way, the gauze is going to be an experience enhancement. Okay, you are telling your client, I am going to apply you a mask, and there is no fun if you just, you know, apply a product with a brush and leave it for 15 minutes, or if you just apply the mixture of the hydrocutane with the Epifactor and you leave it for 15 minutes. So you clients go to you, clients go to estheticians, to us, because they want to enjoy some experience, because they want to have something that they don't get at home. They want you to apply your hands, do massage, apply machines, and do different things that they cannot do at home. So that's why we apply the gauze, okay? The gauze is going to act as, hey, I am applying a mask and I am leaving for 15 minutes, and they are going to feel that into your skin, and it's going to be a different experience. That's why we call the pre-cut gauze an experience enhancement, okay? Remember, that's a very basic facial. You are doing a facial for $50 or $60, and you want to use a mask, you know, and this is going to be your mask, okay? For example, if you have a client and you are using as well this very basic facial, and after extractions you did a lot of extractions and this client is really red, you could mix the Epifactor with a little bit of recovery serum, because the recovery serum is going to diminish the redness in the skin. So as well, you could use that with the mask. Always apply the Epifactor with, you know, the product that you apply for the mask, and, you know, if you mix it with hydrocutane or Epifactor alone or Epifactor with the recovery serum, but always apply the pre-cut gauze, okay? Always remember to do that. And here we have the protocol brightening illuminating. In this protocol, we use the Epifactor, okay? The DermaSwiss and the Epifactor. This is the protocol that I call the one size. You can do everybody the brightening illuminating protocol in order to get the skin glowing, clean, beautiful. And as well, this protocol is the one you are going to use for hyperpigmentation, okay? Wonderful for Fitzpatrick 5, for Fitzpatrick 6, is going to help you a lot. And you know, as well, we have the kit for this protocol today, for the brightening illuminating kit, and we have this kit with a 10% discount. And the other promotion that we have for today for this webinar is that if you buy 2 Epifactor professional size, you have the 10% discount as well. If you buy 2 Epifactors professional size, you have the 10% discount. The other promotion that we have for today, and we are going to have it for the whole July, is about the DermaSwiss. When you buy 6 DermaSwiss, you get the other one for free. You get another one for free. So remember, for July, if you buy 6 DermaSwiss, you get another one for free. And if you get 8 Epifactor and retail size, you get another one for free. And I like a lot. I really like that promotion, because that one is going to allow you to have, you know, several Epifactors, and you are going to have another one for free, which is a product that you can sell to everybody now in the summer more than ever. So this is the hydrating anti-wrinkle protocol. This is another protocol that we have for wrinkles. This is for really mature skin, for wrinkles. This protocol is going to be amazing, because we're here with 3 layers of the hyaluronic acid, which is going to add water and it's going to give volume to the skin. So when you finish, it's like you have ironed the skin. You are going to see really huge difference after this protocol. And we use the Epifactor as well and the hyaluronic acid. And here we have the acne protocol. This is the acne master protocol. In this one as well, you are going to apply the Epifactor after the clarifying serum. And you can apply it as well before the mask or after the mask when you finish the protocol. And here we have the rosacea sensitive skin master protocol. In this one as well, we apply the Epifactor. So as you can see, this is one product that you cannot miss in your back bar. Okay, so here I have brought to you the list of our essential kits, so you remind that this is your tool that you are going to use now in quarantine more than ever to help your clients at home. If you really think about it, there are way more clients that use the products at home if you compare those ones with the amount of clients that go to spas to get treatments. So if you are not doing skin analysis, if you are not recommending the products to your clients, so you can sell the products to your clients, and you can guide and educate your clients so they can use the product at home and then can treat their skin themselves at home, you are not getting the benefit of your esthetician license. You are using your license just, I would say, a 30% off, because the recommendation of product at home is what really makes you a guide for your client, is what complete your role as a professional, because you cannot just treat your clients professionally in your facial room and leave your clients go home and keep using really bad products over the counter that they are using. You know, you are not completing your role. You really need to educate them and let them know why they should use the professional product at home, because that's an investment they are doing for their skin, because in that way they are really preventing the aging. It's not with one treatment every 3 months or one treatment professional treatment a month. You know, they are doing nothing with that if they are not really using the product every single day, every single morning, every single night at home. So these essential kits are made to cover an essential routine for each skincare. We have normal skin for dry skin, combination skin for acne, for sensitive skin, for hyperpigmentation, for mature skin, and for oily skin. So we have, this is, you can see to the right, this is the regular price we have for the essential kits. And today and for July, we have as well the essential kits with a 10% discount. Why? Because we need to start recommending the products at home, for use at home, and because we are in quarantine and people cannot go out, and it's really being a complex time, a complex experience, this thing that we are going through now. This is your tool that you are going to use to really help your clients at home. Okay, so remember the essential kits, we have one for every skin type or condition. And we have another webinar where we really go over each one of them and the products they have and how you can recommend it. So as well, you can ask for that webinar in order for you to get more educated about it. And here we have the perfect match kits. And we have the dry skin kit, which is the Silif and the ceramide with the 10% off. And we have the For Him kit, the perfect match, which has the Estilif and the Epifactor. I really, really love this perfect match because I can sell it to anybody, okay? The For Him one, anybody can use this perfect match with the Estilif and the Epifactor. The Estilif is the serum that is the contour serum. It is going to have a tightening, a lifting action. Of course, it's going to be temporary for some hours. But when you apply the Estilif serum under the makeup, you are going to see your skin is going to be like a silk. It's going to be wonderful, beautiful when you apply that under the makeup. So that one, the For Him perfect match, we have it as well with a 10% discount. So get advantage of all of these promotions, specials that we have for this webinar and for this month. Remember to contact your representative, which is the person who's going to help you with that. And this is all for today. If any of you have any question or if you have any comment, you can place it to me here in the chat window, and I will be more than happy to help you with the answer. As well, you can see this webinar later. You know, you can ask your representative for the link so you can see this webinar later. Always remember to follow us in Instagram and recommend us your estheticians, your friends that are estheticians. So I really, really thank you all for being connected, all of you that are here present in for this webinar. Thank you so much for taking your time to know more about DermaSwiss products, to use more our products. And I am going to see you in another webinar or another seminar. Thank you so much and have a wonderful rest of the week.